Thank you for joining us on Let's Meet the Author, the online show that introduces self-published authors to the world. Let's join the conversation with our host Guilene and today's guest author.
Hello everyone, it's me, your favorite host from Let's Meet the Author show. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight. And if you're just now tuning in, welcome, welcome, welcome. So this show is all about book lovers and meeting the authors. We get to go ahead and dive into their books, find out the inspiration behind their books, and also might have a little sneak peek about their lives. So we're about to find out some interesting information. The author I have with me today, she is raw, she is real, she is transparent. I read her book and I just felt like I knew her, right? I knew her as if she just sat right next to me. She is an author, she's a motivational speaker, she's a mentor, she's a wife, she's a mother, and she's also the business owner of Katana Collections. So let's meet the author of the book titled, Why Not Me? Hello, Miss Katana.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. Thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate you taking time out of your day. So thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
So I read your book. So what caught my attention the very first time was, why not me, right? And then I saw your illustrations. And so we were talking on the set, you guys, like behind the scenes, and everything, Miss Katana told me, she goes, everything from the cover, from the color, from the illustrations, from cover to cover was intentional. Am I correct?
Yes, it was definitely intentional.
Got it. So tell me a little bit about the illustration on your book. I see you have butterflies. I see you having a sexy, hot cheetah outfit. I see with your red. So go ahead and tell me, like, why choose this illustration for your book?
Well, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Just for
yes,
1 minute.
ma'am.
I actually chose the clouds. I had them to handcraft the clouds because every day for me hasn't been sunshine. So there's been some clouds, and so I thought it would be realistic to have everything green when I know that there's been some storms.
Right.
And then the butterflies represents me breaking free and the freedom, and then of course the cheetah or leopard is what I call it, represents power. The power and strength. So I kind of use that, and then Katana, of course, because it's my name,
right?
And the name, when I learned what it means, it's a female samurai sword, and it's beautiful, elegant, and sharp. So I was like, oh, okay, why not? So I just shortened it and used Katana.
And I see, so as you get closer, so she has butterflies like everywhere, right? And then you're wearing a butterfly necklace. So does the butterfly have a significance with you and with your book? Does it have a significance?
It does. I wear the butterflies. I actually am an owner of Books and Butterflies LLC.
Nice.
And so the butterfly for me represents freedom, being free from all of the bondage that that has kept me over the years.
Right.
And so it's just a reminder that I'm free.
So I read your book, right?
Yes.
And so I'm sitting down, I'm sitting down at a restaurant and I'm reading it, and I'm laughing, you guys, I'm crying, and I'm cheering you on.
Yes.
Because from one issue, and as you read her book, she went through molestation, and then kidnapping. That scared me. I was like, oh my gosh, please let the next page, please let it be fine. Okay, she's fine. And you broke through a lot of that. And also in the book, you mentioned how you grew up in North Boulevard. So if you're from Tampa, North Boulevard, you know about old school North Boulevard. It was rough. That neighborhood was rough. And then you mentioned how you lived in the section called, I think, is it Dope Hole?
In the Dope Hole.
In the Dope Hole. I was like, oh my goodness. And so I was talking to my husband and I said, was it that bad? He was like, yeah. It was bad. So thank you for sharing your story. And in this book, you guys, she is real. She doesn't cut corners. She didn't cut any details. So you will be laughing, crying, cheering her on at the same time. So I got a few questions for you. You ready?
Yes.
All right then. All right. So, as I mentioned, or as you mentioned in the book, you said you gave details about living in North Boulevard community in the dope host section. That was pretty much the roughest section in that particular community. Am I correct?
You are correct.
And then your mom, single mom.
Yes.
All right. Single income coming from the government. And we all know it's not much. Not much. As a single mom raising kids, it's not much.
No.
But what got me was that your mom, while raising children in a particular neighborhood that is not considered, high class,
Right.
was also battling cancer at the same time. I cried. So that part, I cried. So when you guys read this book, get your box of tissues. You're gonna need them right there. So tell me a little bit about your mom, if you don't mind.
Oh no, definitely don't mind sharing. My mom was pretty much she was very, very sheltered, of course.
Yeah.
And she pretty much was do as I say, not
Yes,
do
she
as,
was.
yeah, just do as I say type thing. And she was very forthcoming, very straight, most people would say no nonsense, but
Right.
I just think, she loved us, and so she loved hard. So,
Right.
so yeah, she, but she was sick all my life. She was
Yeah.
really sick all my life. She was diagnosed with cancer in 1973, a couple years before I was born, and instead of mom really taking care of me, I kind of took care of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
So
she
I
stayed
made
strong too.
Yeah.
She went to school too.
Yeah.
And I said, wow, because when you read the book, her mom was not the type to just sit at home
No.
and be lazy.
No.
Your mom was not. I'm like,
No.
and still battling cancer. She still took care of home, still took care of the babies, and still went and finished school.
Yes.
I'm like,
yes, she
wow.
went to she attended HCC. I think I talk about that.
You did.
So she attended HCC, and no, she didn't. The only time that she was down is when the cancer got
Right.
the best of her.
Right.
But she was ready to go.
Yeah, and so to me, I feel like that's where you guys are similar at.
Yeah.
Because in the book, no matter what tragedy hit you, you still kept going. You still kept going because you're like, in the book, she's like, I can't stop. I can't stop. I can't stop. And you did not stop. So were you inspired by your mom?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Nice.
Absolutely. Definitely. I think that if you, you can't be it if you don't see it.
Right.
And so I think in my everyday life, I seen her, get up and go, even if she was sick, even if she wasn't feeling well, she was like, I got to do this. I got to do that. And so, yeah, she kept going.
She did. The part that had me laughing though is when she wouldn't let y'all play off the porch.
Oh, no.
She would not. She was like, nope, we couldn't step off that porch.
Absolutely not. We went outside only on holidays.
Right.
Only on holidays. And never off the front porch.
Right.
That's it.
And I remember because I was like, I remember North Boulevard Apartments. That porch is small.
We had a tiny porch.
Tiny little porch.
Is that a porch though, really? But it was a tiny porch.
A tiny slab of concrete
Yeah,
right there. That's
exactly.
what it was. Oh my gosh. And then, so you dealt with a lot, right? You dealt with a lot in your life. But one thing I remember you mentioned on page 5 is that your family constantly kept teasing you when you sought counsel for depression, which is something that, you would think, okay, my family be behind me because I'm going through a lot. I've been through a lot and I'm depressed, so I need to seek help. But you kept getting teased, but that didn't stop you though.
No, I had a lot of responsibilities, in the home, being that I was the oldest girl. So, I was always required to do a lot of cleaning, a lot of cooking, and because my mom was sick, she wasn't able to do all those things. So I had a lot of responsibilities. So I was like, oh, well, because I would come home from school, I wouldn't change out of my clothes. I just go in the kitchen and start cooking. And before I went to school, I'll take the food out. You got to thaw it out.
Exactly.
We had the microwave yet.
So you got to leave it thawed out.
You got to thaw it out, and then you come home and then you cook it.
Exactly.
And so it was a lot of stress for a young child. So I was like, I need to talk to someone, and I couldn't talk to anyone in my house.
Right.
So I would seek counseling out at school, you know.
I remember one part you mentioned is that you went just one time because you just needed to talk.
Yes.
And then when she started asking the counselor started asking different questions, and Katana was like, I just need to just vent.
Yes. I just wanted to talk.
Yes.
And then she got tired of seeing me at one point. She called my mom. What's wrong with this kid? Why is she always in the guidance counselor's office?
I'm like, well, she just needs to talk, and
I just need to talk.
I'm like, oh my God, because there's that stigma that if we go through depression and we're trying to talk about it and something, you know, we get teased about it, which it should not be, but it happens.
Right. I think that, you know, the thought pattern was if you seek counseling, you're not strong.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, gosh.
So it's like you're weak because you're asking for help. But my thing is you're weak when you're not asking for help. Exactly. So I'm like, I need help, and I need some help quick, fast, in a hurry. And I didn't care who it came from.
And I know because as a kid, you were still brave enough to go ahead and say, hey, no, admit that, hey, I need help. I went through a lot. You guys don't even know what I went through because some people in the family knew and some did not.
Right.
So I don't know if maybe that's the reason why they could not relate. I don't know, but when I say Katana in the book, she kept going and she kept going and she kept going. We're about to go a little bit deeper into the book right after this break. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hi everyone, Richard C. Guest here with Up Radio, Undignified Praise. Connect with us at Up Radio. Why? Because at Up Radio, we play the best inspirational, contemporary, traditional, quartet, Stellar Award-winning gospel music on the planet. We touch hearts, regulate minds, and restore spirits through music. So whenever you need a musical boost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you could find us at Up Radio. Now, here's what I need you to do. Download our app, Up Radio, and let's get connected.
Love you give to me, joy abundantly, peace inside of me.
Thank you for staying with us. All right. So, Katana, you went through a lot, right? You guys got to read the book to go ahead and find out her story, right? It again is going to have you crying, laughing, and cheering her on at the same time. In the book, she talks about how she met her husband.
Yes.
That part, I was laughing. Because he didn't call you. He didn't call the first time, so I was like, this ain't gonna happen, sir. And then, but apparently they went out for bowling, and then, you know, and so you guys got married, and it got awesome. So
Yes, it
had
did.
a few issues, but still, it stayed awesome.
Yes, it did. It did. And there's nothing worse than a guy that you first meet to say, "I'm gonna call you."
Yeah,
and
then
they
he don't
call. So
So
I was
I
about to wait by the phone on this guy to call, you know. And so I was like, when he did call, I was like, you didn't call when you said you were gonna call,
Right.
So I don't think, you know, my plate is full right now, so I don't have time.
Right, and she did, and she was like, bye.
Yeah.
I was laughing, I was like, good job, that's right, Katana, you do that.
Yeah.
And then she married, I was like, okay, well, it's good.
Yeah. It did. It worked itself
It
right
worked
on
out.
out.
It did.
He was persistent.
He was, because he kept calling.
He did keep calling.
And then you were just questioning yourself and like, okay, should I not? Because if once you read her story of all the drama and teen pregnancy and stuff that she went through, I don't blame you for not trusting, especially if he didn't call, you know. But he called and he persevered, and then it went through.
Yes.
What's so funny is that didn't his brother or sister try to steal your car?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Y'all gotta read the book.
Gotta read the book. gotta read the book.
So we're about to go into one of my favorite part, which is Arthur's pick. Well, you're going to get here Miss Katana read a certain part in her book. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's now time for Author's Pick.
Why Not Me, Chapter 10, page 65. Everything God does is strategic. Our ways are not God's ways. God's thoughts are nothing like our thoughts. It may sound cliche that he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. God is always on time. Today, I can proclaim that I am completely free, delivered from my dependency of drugs, alcohol, and sex. I'm often asked, how can I be so sure? Let me say this, that God did not make the journey back to sober living easy for me. It was a struggle with lots of highs and unsure lows. I now understand that I was never alone, even when I felt alone. God was always with me. My answer to the question, I'm sure that I am done with my past, and how do I know? It's simple. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. I'm totally weak without him. What happened to me as a child only laid the foundation for who I am today. I refuse to give up and allow people to tell me who I am. It is through Christ that I know who I am. I had lost myself for a moment, 15 years of being lost. Imagine that. It feels good to have been made whole. I no longer look over my shoulder. I can finally say I feel complete. When I lay down at night, my sleep is peaceful. I don't worry about things I have no control over. No longer am I dealing with anxiety, depression, or suicidal thoughts. I surround myself with positive people that speak life into my atmosphere and to my spirit man. I had to release the spirit of doom and gloom and the people that it was attached to. I see my family even in a new light. I had not realized in years how beautiful they were. Although I faced many adversities, I didn't think I could make it, but I made it. I used to get discouraged when I was misunderstood, but not anymore. The plans God have are so much bigger than you and I. I want to encourage someone through the writing of this book, no matter how things look, no matter how things feel, no matter what the doctors say, all things are working together for your good. It is in your darkest places that the greatness is being birthed. Whatever you are going through, it will pass. It may take longer than you expect, but hold on. God is intentional. If he didn't think you could handle it, he would have chosen someone else. Out of millions of people, he chose you. He chose you because you are fearfully and wonderfully made. He chose you because you are more than a conqueror. He chose you because you are the apple of his eye, his masterpiece. In due season, your wait will be over, and your future will be greater than your past. You will see your enemies scattered before you in several different ways, and do not be discouraged. You are next in line. Yes, you are next in line for a miracle.
Katana, I really enjoyed that part, and I know you enjoyed it. So she was reading it, so we were behind the scenes, and I was watching her read it, and I was at a standstill. She had the whole team captivated by that reading, and it touched me, it encouraged me, and I know it encouraged you guys. So why choose that part? Because that was the most inspiring part of your book, to go ahead and encourage me to keep on moving on, to keep getting through it, that I know that God has my back. So why did you choose that part? Was that your intention of choosing that part when you read it?
I intentionally chose that part, Guilene, because I personally felt like someone that's reading this book may need this encouragement. And I wrote this book based on my life experience, and I just personally felt like that part of the book needed to be heard, it needed to be read, it needed to reach someone today. So I took that particular insert out of the book so that it could reach someone today, whether, you know, I don't know if it's pertaining to you or a family member, but I personally took that out because or picked that out personally because I wanted to send that message to you at home.
I love it. I love it. And it hit home because literally when you were reading it, I mean, it was just hush, and then we're just sitting there just captivated and just listening. So thank you. I appreciate it. So now I want to talk about your title. So in the book, she talks about a part where someone questioned her saying, man, because you're gorgeous, right? When you read her book, you're going, man, she didn't go through all of that. She didn't go through it. She did. And you are absolutely gorgeous. You're beautiful inside and out. So in the book, someone said, well, I didn't think you were going to be like this. I didn't think you were going to be doing this. I didn't think you had a business owner, a wife, right? A mother, doing awesome. And so they said, okay, why you? And then you were like, why not me?
Why not me?
So go ahead, let's talk about that.
Well, yeah, so pretty much that summed it up. They wanted to know, you know, I guess, you know, for the most part, you know, they made me feel like, oh, you're too short to model, or, you know, and my grandfather used to tease me. He was like, you know, if you drink a lot of coffee, you're going to be dark, right? So I was like, okay, I can't drink too much coffee because I'm,
Oh, gosh.
So I was like, okay, I'm too short, I'm too dark, like, you know, I'm not fitting into
And you've been through this and that, and
Yeah.
this is the way people expect your life to be.
Yeah, and it was like, hey, your dad's an alcoholic, you know what I mean? You're supposed to be just like that side of the family, you know? And so when they were saying, or I would hear, I never thought that would be you. I never thought that would be you. And then one day, you know, I was like, why not me?
Right.
You know, not even a question, like, why not me? So you'll notice that even on the book, I don't leave it as a question. I make it as a statement. Why not me? You know, it could be anyone. What disqualifies me to make it where I don't qualify or that I have to be put into this box?
Yeah.
So that's how I end up with the title, Why Not Me?
And you broke a lot of barriers because I'm going, wow, this is the first book I read about someone's experience, a young lady experience growing up in North Boulevard. And I'm going, she spoke her story, and awesome, because you broke a lot of barriers. And so the book, once you read it, hopefully for anyone who grew up, whether you grew up in North Boulevard community, any type of neighborhood, and you're going through it, you can make it. You can. Wow, look. She's an author, you guys. She's a self-published author. She's a business owner. She's killing it. She's killing it. She's doing awesome. Awesome, awesome. All right, we're gonna take another short commercial break. We'll be right back. There's a fun fact that's not in the book that we're gonna talk about. Stay with us.
Hey guys, it's your girl Tiffany here, your social media specialist with Eagle-Eye Video Maker. I just wanted to go ahead and reach out to you. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have thoughts where you're thinking, hey, why is my business not taking off? Why am I not getting enough traffic? I'm posting, I'm doing everything they're telling me to do on my Facebook and my Instagram pages. What's next? Guess what? Eagle-Eye Video Maker has the answer. We can help you promote your businesses. You guys ever thought about a commercial? Yes, we can help you. Go ahead and reach out to us. We can have something specialized just for you. Specialized commercials for your businesses, for your products to help take your business off the ground. So go ahead and send us a direct message. Yes, DM us, and we will go ahead and make sure that we send you our great introductory rates. Eagle-Eye Video Maker, again, is here for you and your business marketing needs.
Thank you for staying with us. We are back with Katana, the author of Why Not Me? So I learned a fun fact. It's not in the book. Her husband spilled it out. So in the book, she talks about teacher, which is her grandmother, right?
Yes.
Grandma does not like to be referred to as grandma. Grandmother
No.
is teacher.
Teacher.
So why teacher?
Because she was a ordained teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to USF. She went to the University of South Florida, where she obtained her her degree there. And she did not. She was like, "Once she got that degree," because I think back during that time, it was really unheard of, to go to to college. You know what I
Right.
mean? She was born in 1918. And so she was like one of the first, they called her a pioneer. So she was one of the first people that graduated from, USF. So she was really excited about that degree that she received. So she's like,
Respectively so.
call me
That's a huge
teacher.
accomplishment.
Call me teacher.
Yeah.
And so I was like, can I call you grandma? You can call me teacher. So I tried that. I did try that to call her grandma. And she's like, I'm not answering to that. That's not my name.
I was
That's not my
laughing when I
title.
read that part. I was like, what?
So she did. She became an ordained teacher and later an overseer. But I followed her everywhere she went.
Yes.
Everywhere. I wanted to be just like her.
Yeah. And apparently, my earring just fell down. It's fine. It's fine. So the fun fact is that you guys learned about teacher, right? She followed teacher everywhere, right? Everywhere. So her husband said the fun fact that's not in the book is that the mantle dropped from teacher, the grandma, to you.
Yes.
So now you're the teacher.
The teacher.
Am I correct? And then from a
Yes.
stand, teacher resided in Polk County, and
She
now
did.
you're in Polk County.
Yes.
Wow.
How amazing is that?
That is so amazing.
And it was not planned. It
Wow.
was not
That makes it
planned.
even more amazing.
Yeah. At first, it was kind of surreal because I was like, "Am I really living in Polk County? Am I really an ordained teacher?" And then, like I said, I asked God. I was like, "What do you want me to do? Like, who am I?" Because sometimes I think we question who we are. Like,
Right.
what are we supposed to do? What is my purpose?
Right.
Like you read the story. So after
Exactly.
going through as much as I went through, I really wanted to know what was my purpose.
Right.
What is my purpose? Why am I here? And so that just kind of brought it home for me. Once I moved to Polk County, I'm like, this way you want
moved
me
out
to
of
be
your comfort
here?
zone.
You want me to be here?
In Polk County.
In Polk County.
But you're doing great there, right?
I am. I moved there. I got my inspiration back.
Nice.
The writer's block was removed.
Nice.
It's peaceful. It's quiet. It's not as much congestion.
Right.
You know what I
You
mean?
can go ahead and just get your book out there, and you did.
I did.
Man, oh my gosh. So I just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. This book has inspired me, to go ahead and say, all right, God doesn't stop. No matter what,
Yes.
God does not stop.
He doesn't.
He will still keep doing it. And so I'm happy about that. So now I have my own copy, and it's autographed. Hey. All right. So tell them, where can they get a copy of your book from?
You can actually get a copy of Why Not Me at my website, authorkatana.com, just like it sounds, authorkatana.com. I'm also on Amazon.com and Barnes & Nobles.
Perfect. All right, so go ahead, grab your own copy. You will enjoy it. Again, have your box of tissue, have your pom-poms, and have your laugh box, because you're going to be laughing. All right, and so now, before I let you go, you just got to do one thing.
What's that?
Just one thing. Hit the audience, hit the world, hit the city, hit the country, hit the viewers with a quote that when they hear this quote, they're going to be like, Katana.
Oh, that's a good one.
Hit them with it. You got this.
Don't let anybody put your light out.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Say it again, because I need to say it with gusto and say it with power so they don't forget.
Okay, don't let anyone put your light out. And don't forget, why not you?
Bam. I love it. Everyone, thank you for staying with us. I hope you enjoyed Katana just as much as I have. I hope you're inspired by her just as much as I have. And I want to leave a quote, all right? Books are like hidden doors, each with their own adventure. Pick one up, read it, and start your own journey. Until next time, I'm Guilene with Let's Meet the Author. See you soon. Bye.